Hi, I'm Mike Gannon from Full Service Aquatics in the Pond Hunter video series. You know, not all of our ponds can go outdoors, and occasionally we do the indoor ponds. So I want to show you how this is done step by step, and we're going to walk you through the whole process. So stick around and we'll show you how an indoor pond is built. Okay, so this is where we'll start the process for our indoor pond installation. We're going to utilize this area at the bottom of this staircase here to create a pond right in this square area back here. It'll have a nice view from this upper area, which is going to be a thriving medical center. People will be able to look right on down to here. And we'll have this looking like a pond in no time short. Okay, this is the down view of what will soon be our pond area. Okay, so now we have the basic shape and outline of the pond. We have our concrete block in place. We've secured it with mortar and of course construction adhesive to keep everything in place, because with the pressure of the water pushing out, we don't want any blowouts later on after the installation is done. On the inside, to create our shelves, we've placed the sandbags, which are going to give us the height that we want to give those different levels inside the pond and to give shape to the interior of the pond. But these also serve a dual purpose in the sense that they're going to keep that pressure of the water also from pushing out on these walls. So we have a really secure, strong structure here that we can go ahead and confidently build a nice indoor water feature at this spa here. Okay, so our skimmer box is in the corner. It's going to be drawing from the waterfall over in that area and recirculating around, and this is going to come out just great. So stick around. This is a back view of the waterfall area. You can still see we're using a biofall skimmer box filter system. This area is going to be elevated to allow for a double cascade coming down into the pond and then recirculating back through. Okay, now our protective underlayment is in. We still treat this like any other type of installation. Even though it's indoors, we're not worried about roots or anything like that kind of poking up and eventually giving problems to the liner. We still want to use this protective underlayment to protect the liner and to keep from any sharp edges that we've used with the concrete block or with these sandbags that we've put inside here. Okay, now we have our liner installed. We're still using a 45 mil EPDM flexible liner because it's a custom pond. And it's a heavy duty material. We want longevity from this, even though we don't run any risk of the same as outdoor ponds where you may have animal intrusions like deer or some more heavy duty animals. So this is going to hold up really well for this environment. 45 mil EPDM, flexible. It's going to take the shape of how we want to create it, and now it's time for us to start rocking everything in. Okay, so now we got the pond rocked in. We're almost ready to go. The gravel's in place. The liner is protected. We need to wash everything down now, and we're going to finish construction on the waterfall area, and we should be good to go. What's nice about the coping stone that we used is that it has some real square edges. So we're trying to create a real natural environment within a manufactured, man-made, contained area. So this stone worked out really well as far as using a coping stone. Okay, so we're wrapping up on our rock work here. Everything's been washed down. We've added some real detail stones here. We use small river cobbles of different color, and it's a polished river cobble. Because this is an indoor application, we know it's not going to get covered with algae and stuff like that, so it's going to have a really pretty appearance for a long amount of time. I want to show you some of the close-up of the detail work that we do in here. It's really pretty rock, so let's take a closer look at it. Around the edge we used a river stone to use as a coping to complete the edges along here, and then on the outside of the concrete block we're going to do an artificial stone facade. Here's the exterior, which we'll be covering with stone facade. This is how we built up the area to get us this, our pond. This is the waterfall area, pre-water. When it comes to detail work, these river cobbles are really great. They got a great texture to them. They're really rounded, smooth. They got real nice color to them as well, and they're great for filling in gaps. So we can take them and stack them in these little gaps and get corner and areas where usually you just can't fit a lot of rock work in, and they just give a nice splash of color, a nice bit of texture to the whole interior of the pond here. We're going to get ready to fill her up. and give her a test run for the waterfall. Our waterfall area is tucked away back inside here. Where there's room for it, an indoor pond should definitely be a consideration. They're actually much easier to keep than a fish tank, and as far as cost, probably very comparable, perhaps even a little less than setting up a large fish tank. And you get the total interaction with the fish as well. There's no glass pane in between you and your koi. Here's a down view of the indoor pond with the lighting on. Looks really great from up here where a lot of the clientele passes through. Now we have the finished product. Everything's in, everything's installed. We got to show you the whole process from bare concrete floor to a finished pond, including fish, lighting, waterfall, rockwork, filtration, the whole deal. I hope you guys enjoyed sticking with us for this project. An indoor pond could be yours too. Not all ponds have to be outdoors. Thanks for watching the Pond Hunter video series, and see the rest of our videos on YouTube, and visit us at fullserviceaquatics.com or loveyourpond.com. Thank you.